Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Syahroni Abdul Aziz, medic number 1835811. I would like to present to all of you us about the existentialism in Islamic worldview. And then now as we know that the Islamic worldview in existentialism is a school of philosophy that emphasizes humans, where humans are seen as being the must exist. When studying the way humans are in the world with consciousness, it can be said that the center of existentialism's reflection in the concrete human beings. Existentialism is rooted in the attempt to rise above all hegemony to find one's existence at essence. And also existentialism and anthropological philosophy. This is a focus on human autonomy and freedom. When we talk about the Islamic worldview, we said also in Islamic education seeks to form a person with the teaching of Islam, so that the individuals form are not separate from religious values. Meanwhile, the freedom to develop the potential to the maximum without any limits. And this view is different from the talk of Islamic education philosophy, which tends to be uh, theistic and even sophistic. That the freedom given in Islamic teaching is actually it brings human closer to God. And in general, the positive side of the existentialism school is it thought that seeks to develop the potential so that one existence, or we call by human, can provide meaning of life. Now we move for the concept and historical development for the existentialism. Existentialism is usually addressed as one of the most significant reactions to the mere existence of human civilization due to the Second World War. Existentialism is essentially as a school of philosophy that aims to restore the existence of humanity in accordance with the basic life it is and spaces. In existentialism, the exist to exist a man to exist a man's human existence is not static but always becoming because human have freedom. This is developed movement. It is based on human themselves. Therefore, the development of existentialism in the next phase has a different style of thought by the Jean-Paul Sartre. Because the flow of existentialism tend to develop into radical and extreme. This can be analyzed to their views. And also, freedom in humans cannot be reduced or eliminated because human reality is basically completely free for the characteristics and principles of belief. According to existentialism, humans are rational beings with free choices and are responsible for their choices. This can provide a way for each individual to get an automatic education, which means that each human being has responsibility and self-awareness for themselves. And human in the view of existentialism are a unity with physical nature. Human always contrast themselves in physical nature as an arrangement. One on hand, the existentialism view in the line with Islamic education, which is aimed to form a world human being. which includes his mind and heart, spirit and body, as well as moral and skills. However, in the term purpose, Islamic education emphasizes the integration of body and soul toward the perfection and completeness of the true meaning of humanity. As said by Remelius, existentialism is not concerned with metaphysics of God. They see that human existence is not directed. Humans create their own life, and therefore humans are fully responsible for the choices they make. And part of the ideology, people, the knowledge of existentialism in the mirror of education emphasizes that each individual is given the freedom to develop their potential of the force without any limits of or absolute. As a result, absolute freedom in turn has eliminated the existence of God as a creator. The regulation of freedom. This can lead to atheism. We know that atheism is say that he can believe to God. The principle of freedom in Islamic actually brings human closer to God. Human have been given the potential ability to think, free will, and choose. And also humans are creators that have limitations as well as winners as creators that have freedom and potential to develop. That's why that as a servant of Allah, humans are required to direct their life activities to devotion to Allah and as Khalifa of Vicegerent in the world. In this transmission capacity, humans are responsible for managing, maintaining, and surfacing this universe within the framework of worship to Allah, and humans must be responsible for their activities carried before Allah. We talk about strengths and shortcomings of ideology. I choose to treat principle of existentialism so that the stream tend to prioritize freedom and doesn't follow norms that come from freedom. The first is the norm that are used as a benchmark in giving meaning to human existence are based on the freedom of every human being to perform certain action or deeds. Because we know that the will itself can provide freedom in action and be responsible for the action carried out. And also, human are unity with physical nature. Because the human is one structure with physical nature. Human always contract themselves in physical nature as an arrangement that always contract itself. So it never finishes. However, human freedom is intrinsically bound expression of fellow human beings. The conclusion, I take 3 points for our discussion here. To appear to be a fundamental difference with the view of Islamic education. The first is human as subjects and object of education are individuals who always contact themselves and with their existence. Human born and exist and then exist to determine really their own sense. Second is essentialist thought state that educate to account as individual to develop their potential for self-fulfillment. The third is the reconstruction of existentialism education talk in Islamic education. Why? Because the philosophy of education is in Islamic worldview place human existence theistically and even societally in freedom and to bring human closer to Allah. Humans are given the potential ability to think, free will, and choose. However, all of movement is will and freedom must be in the frame of divinity. Thank you very much. This is sliders from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.